Boy, Dillian Whyte just cannot catch a break. 28-2 with 19 KOs, arguably one of the best resumes for an active boxer without a full championship, current WBC interim champion. He was supposed to fight Wallin a few weeks ago. I believe it was on the 31st of this year, 2021. Wallin would have been a very tough fight for him. A lot of people were picking Wallin to win, including myself. I don't think I officially went on the record to say it, but basically, once Tyson Fury defeated Deontay Wilder on October the 9th of 2021, just a few weeks before Dillian Whyte was supposed to step into the ring, Dillian Whyte came up with a shoulder injury. Basically saying that, he had to pull out of the Wallin fight, where he would have defended his WBC interim title. And of course, there would have been a rematch clause if he would have lost, but it would have slowed down his big money fight against Tyson Fury. So the WBC is having their annual convention this week. Every year they have a convention to go over new rules, new rankings, new mandatory challengers, what they accomplished throughout the year, what they plan on accomplishing before the next convention. And what was announced is that they are not going to order Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte to fight, because originally the ruling was that if Alexander Usyk, after he defeated Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury could not come to a deal, then Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury, or Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte, would have 30 days to get a deal done. But they've said, a little bit later that they were going to fully address the matter at the convention, in which they did. So Dillian Whyte, because he's been waiting for so long to get his title shot, decided to bring litigation against the WBC. And the WBC has ruled that they can't make a decision until that matter is resolved. Funny and ironic how that works. So basically, I'm guessing Dillian Whyte would have to drop his case, get some type of settlement with the WBC. It's an arbitration, so they're going to try to work something out. And it's just funny how it works. So he's not the mandatory challenger for Tyson Fury. Now, let's go look at it real quick, his box rec, and talk about how he's got here. So when was he made the mandatory challenger? Was it after he defeated Derek Chisora? I forgot. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it after he defeated Derek Chisora or after Joseph Parker? But it wasn't until he fought Oscar Rivas where he officially captured the WBC interim championship. Then went on to fight Marouge. He had drug testing issues. And that also slowed down a lot of things. By the way, the real genesis of all this happened when Deontay Wilder was supposed to originally, the very first time they got the deal done, I was at the press conference and covering the story. Deontay Wilder was supposed to fight Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz failed a drug test for blood pressure pills. Bermane Stavern and Dominic Breazeale was on that undercard fighting for the WBC interim. So what happened was, until Luis Ortiz got his situation taken care of, Dominic Breazeale, or was it Bermane Stavern? I believe Bermane Stavern was elevated to fight for the championship against Deontay Wilder. And then after that, Dominic Breazeale, to fulfill those qualifications. And at that time, Dillian Whyte was ranked number 1, but wasn't in an eliminator. So basically, the 1,000 days or so, yes, it's true. But also, you have to think that Dillian Whyte has turned down some shots at titles himself. And a lot of this, put it this way, his hands are not clean in this matter. And me personally, I thought the whole shoulder injury thing was bullshit. For him to get out of Wallin fight, because he's like, oh shit, why mess up that payday in a hard fight? I can get cut, anything. Let me back out of this, and we'll go on and wait, to try to negotiate with Tyson Fury. Now look, he can't get a title shot. And we don't know when this arbitration thing is going to be taken care of. So let me read some of this from the Sun. WBC have failed to pass a resolution finally learning. Okay, let me get to the Whyte, who spent 1,000 days as mandatory challenger when Deontay Wilder had the belt, reclaimed that position after avenging a shock KO loss to Alexander Povetkin. But it appears there's yet more hurdles for the body snatcher to jump over. Whyte is currently involved in an ongoing legal case with the WBC, with the Brit fuming that he continues to be overlooked. Now, the body headed by Mauricio Suleiman have decided to let an independent arbitrator look into the mandatory position. Boxing fans were left fuming after a battle of Britain between Fury and Joshua. Well, yeah, it's just a whole mess. You know, it's just a mess. And me personally, I feel, like I said, you know, go fight Wallin. Do what you're supposed to do. You know, as they say, karma. You see what I'm saying? Now, as it stands, it looks like Tyson Fury gets to fight whoever he wants for the time being until this arbitration thing is taken care of. Now, also a top-ranked representative was at the media event. Here, let me pull up this tweet for you. I mean, at the convention with the WBC. And here's coming from Marcos Villegas of Fight Hub. He's there. So this is what he's reporting. Also, top-ranked officials have stated that if Fury versus Whyte is made, it should be an 80-20 split. Noted that Fury made $20 million in his last 2 fights and Whyte only $300K in his last fight. WBC, there's not point in getting to that until arbitration is resolved. So basically, Top Rank showed up and like, hold up, you know, in case this, you know, all right, we'll fight Dillian Whyte, but if it goes to purse bid, you know, make sure he only getting 20%. So you see what they're trying to do? Like make sure that, you know, to stump out any type of way for Eddie Hearn or Dillian Whyte to try to squeeze this down and get, you know, put it this way, making it so take the deal we give you or go to purse bid and you may not even get that much. You see what I'm saying? So it's a strange situation, but Dillian Whyte needs to fight Wallin. Simple as that. You know, he ain't doing nothing else. And in the meantime, who is Tyson Fury going to fight? By the way, the WBC has released their new rankings. Tyson Fury, #1 champion. Dillian Whyte, the interim. Deontay Wilder, #1. Here, let me see. Here it is right here. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, at TstreeT Controversy. The link is down below at the description box. So here's their top 5. Deontay Wilder, Joe Joyce, Andy Ruiz, Joe Parker, and Frank Sanchez. Now, Tyson Fury, if he fights again, and if it's not going to be against Usyk, Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua have said that they want the rematch with Usyk to happen in February or March. I wouldn't be surprised if they give Joshua as much time as he needs and try to push this to May, June, or even July. You know, so I think that February, March is a little bullshit. Also, Anthony Joshua is searching for a new trainer, actively, openly searching for a new trainer. And he's trying to do this whole bad boy thing going on, you know. So looking at the rankings, who would Tyson Fury fight next if it's not Dillian Whyte? Because remember, whenever the arbitration issue is resolved, and if Dillian Whyte, if it's not Fury, beats his next fight, it's still going to have to happen in 2021. Unless Dillian Whyte takes a step-aside agreement for the winner of Fury versus whoever has the belt, you know, versus Joshua or Usyk versus Joshua 2 winner. So these rankings on my website haven't been fully updated yet because the WBC just released their new rankings today. But remember, it would have to be somebody in the top 10. So look, Michael Hunter, you know, and also Top Rank has said that they want to take Tyson Fury back to the UK. And I'm guessing he will be Sky Sports pay-per-view and ESPN Plus, regular ESPN or ESPN Plus over here in the States. So I'm guessing what? Michael Hunter? They were looking at Idris Kabayel before. You know, Felix Hergovitz. I'm talking about fights that can realistically happen. Hell, if Derek Chisora... Nah, I don't think they would do a Derek Chisora 3. You think they would? Fury versus Chisora 3? If Chisora beats Joe Parker? You know, you even got a possible Robert Helenius. I'm talking about fights that can realistically happen politically. You know, I don't think they would do Andy Ruiz. You think they would? That would be a big fight. But do you think they would want to do that in the UK or in the States? I think it would do better in the UK. I don't know. But those are our options. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. Just thought I'd give you this little bit of news. I guess you could say it is breaking news that Dillian Whyte is not yet ordered to fight Tyson Fury. I am TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. We cover every single major fight live, and we're back full-time covering boxing, something I haven't really been able to say for the last like several years or so. Thanks for hanging in there. Like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TstreeT Controversy.